Welcome into your threefold journey reading here at Soulfire Tarot. I am so grateful you are here, whether you're returning or joining us for the first time. Please know you are so very welcome, wanted, and completely safe here with me and my allies. I am Christina. Hi, I'm a doctor of Chinese medicine and an intuitive channel. And today we're exploring a message that's designed to meet you right where you are. This reading is going to move through three stages or parts of your story. What formed this moment? What is alive in you right now? And what's ready to unfold next? So if this found you, you can trust something in it is meant for you. And because this is a collective reading, take what resonates and leave the parts that don't. Those or for someone else. There's something here for each of us from Spirit. When something lands for you, like the reading to claim the energy. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe so future readings can tune more directly to your frequency and your story. So with that, let's take a deep breath in and let's begin your threefold journey. We are looking for one more card, please, Spirit, as we look at the origin of the energy that we are entering into today. Okay, we'll take two more. Interesting. All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. This is major themes. This is primarily major arcana. When we look at the deck, major arcana are representing more large themes, repeating themes, big spirit curriculum aspects of our life, versus the minor arcana, which can be, they connect to and they weave together those major themes, but they tend to be a little more connected to just this moment. And we have here three major arcana and then one court card. So this is big energy that is coming into this reading. We see this energy began with you setting an intention. This is the Magician card. The Magician is at the beginning of your hero's journey. You set an intention for yourself that you were going to create change, that you were going to take the resources you have, the skills you've learned. And what I'm hearing is that this came after a dissolution of some kind, that you went through an experience that was just very difficult. And it may have been a series of experiences. And you said in your mind, this is not going to be my life. This is not where my story ends. I am going to create what I want to see in my world with intention, with the resources I have, with the skills I'm bringing to this table. You know, there's an idea that when we have to start over, we're not starting over from nothing. We're starting over from everything we've learned along the way. Even when it feels like I've had a tower and my life has completely fallen apart, the reality is you're never starting from absolute ground zero again, because that was where you were at when you were born. You have everything that you gained along the way. And this Magician card says that you marshaled your resources in order to create significant change in your life. Wheel of Fortune energy. The Wheel of Fortune can be a change in fortunes, a fortunate change. This is all about destiny and the turning of cycles. This allowing that, you know what, the wheel goes down to the bottom. I was at the bottom and now I am rising to the top. I am allowing this shift and this change. I'm seeing clearly. You see the owl here over this web, right? And we can look at this. It's almost like a dream catcher. So we see here, I'm choosing with discernment what dreams I want to catch. There is a hidden aspect with this moon in the background, but we also have the sun down below. So there's this allowing that we go through on our individual journeys. I understand, I'm unsure, but I can see, I can discern clearly what is the next step for me. How can I marshal my resources? How can I manifest into this world my desires, my intentions? And then we see here this owl carrying through to the Father of Swords, which would be the King of Swords typically, and the Empress, which came out together. This is a fascinating dichotomy of energies, and it's very similar to a reading, one of the Mythos readings we had the other day, where we had Artemis and Aeolus together. The moon and actually, Aeolus is also the King of Swords. So this is really seeing mastering your mental domain in order to bring in abundance, allowing our instinct, allowing our intuition, our receptive, nurturing nature to partner together with our clarity. That's where we find true wisdom. It's in the partnership. It's not in choosing one part of myself or another, but rather partnering and bringing them together. And so this energy that is coming in for you, there's this big lesson around, this Wheel of Fortune energy. Will you allow things to shift? Will you allow this cycle to complete? Whether and I think it's been a difficult cycle, friends. I really do. I want to check here. I forgot to grab right off the top. Oh, of course, our underarching energy for this reading that is underneath all of this, and it's determination, and that lines right up. We see these, I think they're koi, and it's looks like they're just about working to form the yin yang symbol. It's this rising and falling. It's this active versus passive, or versus receptive. I don't think passive is the right word there. And this is about determination, moving through the cycles of life. You are determined to create a new outcome for yourself. You are determined to have this self-mastery, to bring your vision into the world with clarity and with a mindset of abundance, understanding that the universe is genuinely conspiring to shower us with blessings. That quote is coming up, that is from The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And if you have never read that book, you should absolutely get to it. I'm gonna make a note here to pop a link to it for you. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So I don't forget, because I channel during these readings, I don't always honestly remember exactly what's been said. But so bringing this understanding and belief that abundance is here for all of us. We incarnate as individuals in this lifetime in order to have the experiences of individuals, in order to progress and journey and learn and experience the drama, really, that is part of being in this great illusion of this world that feels so very real to each of us. And yet we are powerful creator spirit, and we are a part of this whole when we consider this notion in Chinese philosophy of the Tao. It is the great one that everything has sprung from. It is the way. It is the natural rhythm. We are not separate from it, observing it. We are it. It is us. It is more than us, but it is also each one of us. You are a part, one of the cells of this meta-organism. And so you have the capacity to tap into the currents with this magician energy, the currents and the waves of abundance that are all around you, and bring those into your world. And that is absolutely the invitation of this forming energy that we're coming into this moment in your world right now. And let's see. So when we look at our current energy, I am feeling drawn to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Now, this is so interesting. I hadn't used this deck in years and years and years until just the other day. I was channeling a reading for you guys, and I just wasn't connecting. And my gaze kept going back to this over and over. And I said, for real? Am I supposed to come back to this deck? And the answer is yes. And she has really been wanting to come out and share with you all this then. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. So we're moving into the energy now at the threshold. This is what's a lie for you right now. As we look at this magician energy, right? As we look at you come to this moment with this intention, this dedication, this clarity of a new perspective, and allowing the wheel of destiny to turn. Lots of four energy. Okay, we have two fours on the table here now. So this is a stability energy. And one more card, at least, please. My spirit friends, one more card as we look at the threshold energy of this living moment. Change, big change coming in. So we're seeing a consistent theme here. So we have we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Four of Wands in the upright, and the Tower in the reverse. So as we look at Four of Pentacles in reverse, these are, actually, I want to start with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, considering your emotional center, we're really seeing this great celebration, this coming together energy. You can see this was originally essentially like a wedding, right? You see here, this was I can't think of what it's called. The place where you get married underneath. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Maybe one of you could pop it in the comments for me. There's a word and it's just not coming to me. But at any rate, this is joy. This is celebration. This is passion. This is togetherness and love. So this is the energy that is in your internal world right now. As we're looking at this, how can we manifest? How can we make things happen? And then we see here this Four of Pentacles, and yet it's in the reverse. Now, Four of Pentacles often really connects us to our past efforts, our continuing mastery of our craft, our trade, what we are applying ourselves to. And I think you might be in a little bit of a space with this being in reverse. What I'm sensing and feeling is that you're feeling like you may not need to work to effort as hard as you have been traditionally in the past. And that may be a pattern for you of perfectionism, of, showing up and applying yourself so diligently that maybe you lose a little bit of the joy, or it may even come from a little bit of a lack of trust, coming back to this Empress, King of Swords energy, right? A little bit maybe of a lack of trust in the universe that if I don't push really hard, it's not going to happen for me. But that's not the truth. Again, we look at Magician energy, at Wheel of Fortune energy. Of course, we need diligence. Of course, we need to discipline ourselves to our craft and to our manifestation, but not to the point where you are efforting so hard that you lose the joy and the connection of why you wanted to do this in the first place. So there is opportunity here to allow some ease in your manifestation, to allow this abundance energy of the Empress, this clear seeing to come in and connect with this determination that you have. It's staying connected to what matters most to you in this moment, but also simply allowing to a degree. You don't have to force. And then we have the Tower energy, and yet in reverse. Tower can be, it is, that lightning strike. It can be inspiration. It can be major change, a big pivot point of some kind. If it was in the upright, we would say, wow, this really could be a moment where everything is just falling apart. But with it being in the reverse, I think that there is something coming in, and it might be an inspiration. It might be a eureka moment. It might simply be things coming together from all that you've been bringing up to affect a massive shift in the dynamics of your life, a massive change that you have been preparing for. This is what you have been seeking to bring into your world with great determination and deliberation. Now we're using one more deck, and we're going to come to this path of what is forming in the immediate future for you from all of this root, this threshold energy. What is the opportunity directly in front of you right now? And what may form from the application, of these energies? Wow, so interesting. Okay. So we have the Emperor in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse together. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So this action, this choice, this movement that's taking shape, this is, I mean, absolute mastery of your domain. It's not hard mastery, though. It's not hard control. In the reverse here, and a big theme that's coming in this entire reading is a more yin energy. When we think yin and yang is the masculine. It is the I have to go get it, I have to work at it, I have to force, I have to push. And yin and is more of an energy of receiving and allowing, of magnetizing and attracting. So the theme I'm seeing overall through all three lines of this threefold journey is that wonderful things are coming in because of the determination. And yet you are shifting the way that you interact with the world and the universe. You don't have to push so hard. You simply don't have to push so hard. Look at this, Empress in the upright across from Emperor and King of Swords in the reverse. Empress, King of Swords in the upright, Emperor, King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so we see here this turning, this shifting of this energy. We are mastering, we are receiving, we are ruling this domain and achieving what we want to have and moving into this yin energy, allowing yourself to trust, to be held by the container of the universe, knowing that your soul is in fact connected, that even the most difficult experiences you've had have been for your benefit in the long run. And that is a tough one. That is a tough one when you're still in it, but you are not just in it now. You are in the rebuilding. You are in the harvest energy. And we see that here with this iteration of the Four of Pentacles. Do you see if we're having these repeat energies? So this was Four of Pentacles depicted as a masculine in our second line, and it was in the reverse. And now we have Four of Pentacles depicted very feminine in the upright. And you see how she's simply cradling her pentacles to her. She has this purse, she has this abundance, she has this world behind her. She is allowing that I've developed these skills. I've developed this capacity, this determination. I don't have to keep efforting at it so much. I can simply hold it. I can hold and allow myself to have what I've created. And here we have Queen of Pentacles, this settled, rooted, elegant, earthy energy. This knowing that I am moving into, I can hold, very similar to Empress energy. I can hold and rest into and trust the rootedness and the stability of the harvest that is coming into my life right now. I'm going to pull one final card. Wow, we keep getting this one. This is fascinating. Threshold and intention. So we see being very clear with your intention. And again, that came up at the very beginning of the reading with this magician, that you have shifted your way of moving through the world from a fear-based energy into one where you are feeling and connecting with the abundance that is constantly available all around you if you simply allow it to come. You are holding that intention to step through this threshold and allow this beautiful return, this beautiful harvest to come into your world. What a beautiful reading, my love. I am so delighted for you. Remember, if this resonated and you want to pull that thread of energy into you, to like the reading if you haven't yet, subscribe to get notified of future readings. I hope that you are very gentle with yourself, and I will see you in the next video.